Hello and welcome to the first ever Between 10 and 5 web show. My name is Uno de Val, I'm the publisher of the site, and we are bringing you each week a new episode that focuses on the creative industry of South Africa. We're going to bring you a roundup of what's happening, we're going to take you to artist studios, and then we're going to show you what happened in the creative industry this past week. First up, let's talk about First Thursdays. So for those of you in Cape Town, you're going to have the opportunity to see Ayanda Jackson's beautiful and mesmerizing piece at Gallery Momo. You'll also be able to check out PPC Imaginarium's exhibition at Youngblood. That's the concrete sculpture exhibition. Some amazing work that you'll see there. Then at Ezekiel Slave Museum, you can check out Tom Pierce's Price of Gold, which is an amazing exploration of the plight of mine workers. Following that, you can check out Renee van Leeusten's In Your Face Mask exhibition. The exhibition will travel all across the world, including Silicon Valley, but you have the opportunity to go and check that out. Kicking off the weekend, you can check out the Cape Town Electronic Music Festival. There's some pretty cool acts. Goldie is there, I cannot believe it. I grew up on the guy, as well as Nightmares on Wax and a whole bunch of other great artists. For young first-time art buyers, or anyone really, you can go check out the No-End Contemporary Art Gallery space in Linden, where pieces will be sold for 1,500 Rand or 1,500 rands. We have an amazing lineup of fourths for you actually. This first Thursday, the 4th of February, at Fourth Wall Books, we will be having more than 4 artists in our group exhibition. We're having a travel exhibition inspiring you to go and take the open road. We're hosting it at Fourth Wall Books this Thursday the 4th. Up next, we've got Caroline Leisegang, who is actually been rated quite highly in the classical music industry. She debuted at #1 on the iTunes store, and she's having a great performance next week at Circa Gallery. Here's our interview with Caroline. Okay, and welcome to one of our first On the Couch sessions with 10 and 5, where we're interviewing cool people doing amazing creative projects. And we hope to bring you a lot more of these series of these interviews. So today we've got Caroline Leisegang, who is doing an amazing performance this week at Circa. Next week at Circa? Next week at Circa, which will be the
11th of February.
11th of February, yes. I don't know my dates properly. Caroline is doing a performance called Oyablik, a series of moments. Caroline, welcome to the show.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
So we're pretty excited to have Caroline on the show. She is the #1 classical musician on iTunes in South Africa, the world.
South Africa.
Soon to be the world. Caroline has had some great success in South Africa, and she is here promoting her show next week. So Caroline, tell us what it's like. How did you become the #1 selling artist on iTunes?
I don't know if it's #1 selling artist, but it was a curated award from iTunes as Best Classical Album of 2015.
So not necessarily #1
#1
selling.
I did debut at #1 on the classical charts.
Critically acclaimed though.
Critically acclaimed, I think.
Okay. So classical music is not necessarily seen in South Africa as like a young person's thing, but like here you are a young person making music that's kind of seen maybe as like an old school thing.
Old and fuddy-duddy.
Old and fuddy-duddy, exactly, yeah. But you kind of you're trying to bring it into a modern era using like using Instagram, using amazing younger artists that you're collaborating with as well. How does that work? I mean, how do you see that?
Well, I don't know. I see myself as old and fuddy-duddy, so maybe I'm not the best person to be speaking about this. But I don't know. I think classical music is very underground here actually, but we have a massive classical scene, granted, and younger generations actually being involved in classical music as well. So I don't know, I'm hoping to bring more of a light on it.
Yeah. So do you think that your performance and album would be something that's geared towards a younger audience maybe someone who listens to EDM and Skrillex in their spare time, or is it, how do you see your audience?
It's actually quite interesting because I am only 25 and I am quite young, I've sort of like opened a doorway to my generation to classical music, and they found that they actually quite enjoy it. But at the same time, the older generations are actually also quite interested in this. It's something new, it's something exciting that they haven't really experienced before. It's not at the Linda Auditorium, it's not like your quintessential classical concert. So I think that it's like a guinea pig sort of experiment.
And so it's also one night only
Yep,
in Joburg.
in Joburg.
But are you planning to take it down to Cape Town, Durban?
I do want to take it down to Cape Town. I want to take it down to Stellenbosch, Durban. I also want to take it down to Durban. So I'm going to do this one first and see how I feel afterwards of being an event organizer.
Cool. Do you want to give us a quick wrap up of how much, when, where, and why?
Okay, so how much? 350. When? 11th of February, so next week, Thursday. Tickets are available at CompuTicket. Why? Because it will be an experience, if anything else, and there'll be canapes and drinks and an all-round good time. You'll be able to see me play piano for the third time in my life in public. And yeah.
Cool.
Oh, and Circa Gallery, that's the way.
Yeah,
So.
awesome. Cool. Well, there you guys have it. Go check out Caroline Leisegang next week at Circa Gallery for her new take on classical performance combined with a whole bunch of really cool local collaborators as well. Whoever's gone to Parkhurst in the past, whenever, has seen the great shop Modernist. We went to go speak to the owner, Anikesh Ramani, to see how he operates his space.
Hi guys, this is my shop, Modernist, over here in Parkhurst, 4th Avenue. Come on in, let's have a look. So we open at at 10 every day, till 5, great hours. I really like being here. Come in, let me show you around. So this is the stuff that we usually have in our front window. This couch we actually manufacture. It's based on a Danish design. There's a single-seater version of it over there. In fact, we manufacture all these couches that you see around you here, the ones that are fully upholstered. The rest of the stuff, which is actually our core business, is vintage, mainly Scandinavian, but local furniture as well. So that's 60s, a little bit of 70s, a little bit of 50s as well. Over here, let me show you this desk. This is one of my favorite desks, probably the second best desk that we've ever had. Come around this side, let me show you. It's Danish. It's kind of quite obviously Danish to us because of the lines, really nice detail that they have in here. This little lip kind of thing, the Danes use that a lot. It's teak, something that also tells you. And one of the other things I like about Danish design, if you have a look over here, something that you won't normally ever actually see at all, like kind of the detail in that curve there on that solid wood thing, it's amazing. So yeah, I really like this stuff. I actually used to be in a different industry. I used to produce commercials and a couple other things in the TV industry. And I used to collect a lot of this furniture myself. And one of the people I bought a lot of furniture from, we became friends. And then we actually, I bought into the business. And then we kind of expanded and opened the shop here in Parkhurst. So this is the outside of the shop. We actually restored it back to how it was. This building was actually built in the 60s. So we restored it back to that. It used to have a lot of that fake Monte Casino kind of bullshit on it before. And we took it back to original. This pillar was actually round, and then we made it back square. And we still have the original window frames and stuff, which I really like as well. And that was quite important to us to kind of retain the originality of the building. This sideboard's pretty cool. This is Swedish. The use of teak and beech, a lighter wood. One of the things I just wanted to show you, so this piece is 50 years old, right? So it's about from 1965, so it's about 50 years old now. And once it's restored, this thing just slides smoothly, like you cannot believe, it's just so well made. These guys really knew what they were doing back then, and that's on wooden rails as well. That's it. This is actually a really good example of South African design from this period. They used to sell a company called Kallenbach in the 60s. They used to sell a lot of furniture back then, and they always used to have really nice design. One of their kind of their unique points, or something actually a signature you could say, is like the use of this join over there. I can show it you closer here if you want to see. Like, so it's kind of, it's just an added extra detail that they use, and they use it on a lot of their stuff. I'll show you on another piece of theirs just now on your way out. And then this drinks cabinet is pretty cool. I really like it. It's just come in as well. It's got really nice, simple on the outside, you know, which is like most of the stuff that we like, understated rather than, you know, kind of in your face. And then inside, really nice finishes, place for your bottles, you know. Yeah, really like this piece as well. Yeah, I think that's about it. So I think I gotta get some work done now. So I'm gonna have to kick you guys out. See you later.
Cheers, bro.
Nice meeting you, man.
Nice meeting you too.
Take care. See you later.
Last but not least, we're going to take you back to the past to show you what went down at the first ever, not internationally recognized at all in any way, shape or form possible, lawn games for creatives. It went down at the Pirate Sports Club. We had some amazing teams compete for the first ever, much to be coveted, Lawn Games floating trophy. Here's what happened. Bowling, we've got lawn darts over there.
What do I think about the lawn games? I think the lawn games are a pretty cool concept. I think it's great that we are being brought outside, and it's not the usual like piss up with media professionals. It's instead a nice fun day where we can actually socialize.
I think 10 and 5 should do this every week.
I think 10 and 5 lawn games are pretty epic. We're having a lot of fun today, playing a lot of cool games and meeting really great creatives and just spreading the creative love.
We're going to let you go with Branko featuring Nonku Phiri's new music video, Let Me Go. Ha! You can check out the full music video on 10 of 5. I'm Una Deval. It's been great to have you on our first ever webisode. We're going to do a lot more of these. We hope to see you again soon. Cheers.